third arm which will aid the mechanics in the way they fit tyres. Once they fit a tyre, each tyre will have a new valve for safety purposes. All wheels will be balanced, which is what that machine is over there. And another bit of equipment we've brought in is a laser line tracker. Now, I do know that there is very few of this equipment here, and what that does is to align your car so you don't wear the tyres as quickly as you normally do. So what we're bringing is a lot of the latest equipment, which is going to be more beneficial to the Gambian motorists.
Robertson, who first came to the Gambia last November, explains why they opened the Superdrive Motoring Center in the country.
While I was going around on some of the tours, I identified lots of these places that weren't really doing anything. So I felt it would be a perfect opportunity to bring this particular service to Gambia. Quite simply, Gambia is an evolving country. At the moment, it's growing at a very rate that we can't say. We're getting more and more new cars. A lot of the new cars, that technology is not here. We're able to provide that technology. So we know within 90% of the car that comes into our site, we will be able to do what is required.
The new company, close to the busy traffic lights intersection, does not only boast of a car wash center and a well-trained personnel, but it has set its sights on tackling a number of problems associated with cars hitting our roads.
The service we're actually offering is car servicing, oil and filter change, car washing. We're going to be doing diagnostic, tyres, new and used, brake repair and steering repair.
Our concern at Superdrive Center here is the time factor of the customer. We deliver your car according to the time that we give you. You just call on, then we are going to give you the time that you are coming in and the time that your car is going to be set.
Superdrive, whose partnership with Galp stemmed from the warm reception it initially accorded to Frank Robertson's proposal, intends to open another site in the next 2 to 3 months. Quality and customer satisfaction are said to be the winning formula at Superdrive. Farmer Fofana, GRTS.
You can monitor GRTS Radio Live on our website at www.grts.gm. We'll be back with more stories after this break.
Amana ñen sim card bu ñuy woyé prepaid yóbbaale ma sim card pour yéen ñi bëgg a dem Màkka ya salaam ndax jokko bi mën a yomb lool su ngeen di dem dugal leen seen Gamcel scratch card ndax bu ñu leen wooyee am leen yéen it su ngeen wootee ngeen am seen njaboot ndax ñu dëkk ñaanooy yow Gamcel amul leen morom yéen a fi nekkal ñëpp yéen a fi nekkal ñu di doole yi yéen a fi nekkal adduna bee makatul mu karam yóbbaale ma.
Welcome back. Foreign and defense ministers from ECOWAS are meeting in Abidjan to discuss the crisis in Mali and their preparedness to intervene in Bamako. Mali's government has requested for logistical and air support to regain control of the north, where extremists are currently in control. As we hear in this report, the Malian government has made it clear that it does not need ECOWAS to deploy military troops to the country.
On Monday in Abidjan, defense ministers and ministers of foreign affairs from ECOWAS held talks on the crisis in Mali. They have examined military aid Mali's government has requested to retake the north of the country, which is now held by Islamist rebels. Mali said it only needs logistics, air support and help maintaining order after the north is retaken. Mali's government has insisted that it is not requesting combat troops and did not want the military from West African countries to be deployed in Bamako to secure the transition. ECOWAS says the details of any operation must be worked out to determine the means and cost of an intervention. The West African community said that negotiations were still possible.
La préférence de la CEDEAO, c'est toujours une solution pacifique.
ECOWAS still prefers a peaceful and negotiated solution to the crisis. I am calling on all parties of goodwill to put down their arms and accept the offer of dialogue that our community is proposing. But Mali's government has set clear and firm limits to any negotiation with the Islamist groups. There will be no discussing the territorial integrity of Mali, no talk of calling into question Mali's secular nature, and no questioning of Mali's national unity. Within these limits, we are ready to talk. In northern Mali, the rebel groups with links to Al-Qaeda have imposed Sharia law. They have amputated alleged thieves, whipped to death a couple considered illegitimate, and destroyed part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site Timbuktu. ECOWAS will need a UN Security Council resolution and international military and financial support to retake northern Mali. So far, the United Nations hasn't given any backing for an intervention force.
Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah made a rare public appearance in Lebanon to address tens of thousands of supporters. In his speech, Nasrallah sent a strong warning to America to desist from mocking Muslims and Islam. This CFI report looks at the rage of Muslims spilling from one country to another.
Chief Hassan Nasrallah took the lead in Lebanon in protests against the US-made film mocking Islam and the Prophet Muhammad. He made a rare public appearance on Monday to address tens of thousands of supporters in a southern suburb of Beirut. He had rarely made a full speech in person since the war with Israel in 2006. Supporters of the Shiite leader were delirious as they listened to him. They shouted, "We're ready to sacrifice ourselves for you," as Nasrallah launched a warning to America. America needs to understand that putting out the whole film will have very, very grave consequences around the world. Similar demonstrations are scheduled for the whole week in numerous predominantly Shiite towns in Lebanon. They want everyone to know who is the boss. We're asking for the destruction of America and Israel and everyone who mocks our Prophet Muhammad. We condemn the attack on the Prophet of Allah. Death to America. Calling the US film the worst attack ever on Islam, Nasrallah was also showing his followers that he was in line with his Iranian mentors. Tehran is determined not to leave the defense of Muhammad to Sunnis. An Iranian foundation has already increased the bounty for the death of Salman Rushdie, saying that if the British writer had previously been killed for blasphemy, an anti-Islam film currently enraging Muslims would never have been made.
We now take our second break.
There are many property companies out there, so making a choice can sometimes be difficult. This is why you should rely on a professional and experienced player in the market. Let me introduce you to Universal Properties. Universal Properties. Universal Properties. Universal Properties are one of the oldest and the most reliable property company in the Gambia. Universal Properties, we have 3 great locations to offer: Lamin, Brufut, and also on the Sukuta Airport Highway. In Lamin, we have 25 by 20 with inner roads, electricity, water, and some residents are already in place. We are greatly located in Brufut and very well accessible. The place you would want to build your dream home. Universal Properties. Universal Properties. And in Sukuta Airport Highway, you can have easy access to the airport, roads, and all amenities. We are located on number 2 Karava Avenue FIB House on the 2nd floor. Call us on 788-8888, 618-8888, or 996-5204, or www.universalproperties.org. Universal Properties. In God we trust. In God we trust.
Let's now turn our attention to the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
Oh yes, you can drive Drive your way there. With the Elton to Mecca Jafale Kafo promo, the Hajj is possible. Stay loyal or become a member of the Elton Jafale Kafo today and enjoy the double take. Because every time you fill your tank at any of our Elton stations, you get a chance to be in our monthly raffle draw. To take home lots of goodies like gallons of oil, bags of rice, bags of sugar, vehicle